Good morning, panelists. My name is Alphonse. I'm currently with the Office of High School Renewal, but for years I was an elementary school teacher. And all I've learned about technology has really come through 9 and 10-year-olds, so I'm really grateful. But the question is, it's pretty fundamental because it picks up on the questions, previous questions, is there is no doubt that when we the role of technology, both in schools and it's here to stay in our society, and the rapidity that which it changes, and that students need to have to power down when they go into classrooms, and teachers and schools need to power up. So there's that divide there we've talked about. But the big point for me is whether you're talking about internet research or book research or interviews or blogs, there's a fundamental question here about critical thinking skills and reflective skills, reflective habits of mind. So the habits of mind of whether you're pulling up internet research, how do we sift and weigh evidence? How do we know what is right, what is reliable, from whose point of view this is, who has created this? Where are those skills taught? What is happening in your classes with that piece? So whether you're talking to somebody on the street, reading a blog, looking at MySpace, what are the critical questions you need to ask to see its reliability and the perspective and what's being taught around there? Because I think that's a fundamental question about any kind of research or media, because that's what we're here for today. How are we literate around whatever source of media we're using? And what is your experience in schools around that? How is it taught, the critical skills? Is it taught?
I think, if I understand the question correctly, it's the same thing with you gain it from experience. And it's a trial and error thing. With MySpace, everything, if you don't understand if you have not had prior experience in it, you're not going to understand what a person says. BRB, in case you guys don't know, means be right back and all that. You don't know that on top of your head just knowing. You have to experience and talk to people. And when you talk to a person on the street or you read a blog, whatever, you need to understand what they're saying. And what happens is when you go through classroom, I think that's where the most information comes from, or any kind of social thing, you pick it up. By talking to people, by people telling you, by other ways, by many sources, you begin to get you build up your library of what to understand, what you can understand, to short little phrases, to extensive, intricate speech. You get it from either asking somebody about it or you've been exposed to it, so, yeah.
I have a follow-up question from that also. That's where I was going. I think you don't need a library anymore. I think I do, but I don't think you do. I think that there are virtual libraries, and I think the information is out there. But what I want to know is anybody teaching you guys how to do research and know whether the information you're getting is reliable, and to use other databases besides Google, and go into the scientific databases for science classrooms and the ERIC for educational things? Is anybody showing you other databases and how to search them and how to determine if the information you're getting is accurate and reliable?
Well, there is this one person that's taught me another way besides using the internet for information. It's my Princeton teacher, Mr. Vigiano. And he's always taught us that besides using the internet, you can also look in magazines and books. And you're not always going to get the same information if you look it up on the internet, because if you look on the internet, you probably get something totally different. It's not that it's accurate, but it's information that they're letting you know what they know. And it's teaching us. So we take that and we turn it into something like, okay, I learned this from the internet. We compare it in textbooks to see if it's the same thing, but we won't know if it's accurate because we don't know who wrote it or who said it.
I guess the answer would be no, because what happens is, I don't know what I was going with this. I guess what happens is no one teaches us anything. We are told that we have to do this, that we have to go outside sources, that to go to the library, you have to get one source from a book. I know that if I do a paper, they say you can use 3 sources from the internet, but you need at least 1 source from a book. Now, I know how to do that because I've been taught that. But 9 times out of 10, that most people in my classroom, they don't know like how to get from book. Like, where do I look? Library? Where in the library? They don't know this. And as I said, like I alluded to earlier, that we have like very few people have any idea how to research a paper in the library. Very little idea. Google.com is our best bet to pass a paper. That's.
What I was going to say was that I took a computer course in Benjamin Franklin last semester, and what we had to do, one of our classes, one of the teachers, the professors there showed us how to use the database on their website. And when I'm doing my paper, sometimes if I want to go to Real Fact, I go on their website in the school ground and on campus, and I do my databases. And sometimes I can get a password to get on there and to find the real actual fact. But it's not in my high school. So I have to go to Benjamin Franklin, find the professor, and sometimes she might help me if I forgot how to use it. But that's why I really like go there to do my paper, because I can't find it in the library. Even though if I ask the librarian, it's really hard for her to help me. So I'll go to Benjamin Franklin and use their database. It's on their website, right there on the library, and you just have to put your password in, and all you can use is you can find the actual fact. And then she made us go on Google and then type in something, and then something come up, and then you're like, first when you read it, you might think it's the real fact, but it's not. It's somebody putting up fake stuff up there. Like the internet, you can put up anything. You can make up anything. So it's really, they told us you have to be careful how to read it, make sure it's the real actual fact, and always, at the end of your essay, put the where you got your research from, so your teachers know. When they go there, they see, oh, okay, this is why she got it wrong. This is why, he or she didn't understand what was happening. So always put where you get your research, if it's from the library, a book, or a website. So that's why I use it.
In my library, we have a database where they could go in and find information. But when my class go to the library, they go straight to the computer and don't even bother checking the books. And to tell you the truth, probably half of my class don't even know how to write a bibliography. And if they do, they probably just know how to copy and paste the link, and then that's it. They have their internet source, but they don't even have their book information or anything. They don't even bother checking the books anymore. That's just something I wanted to put out there for y'all to think.
One last thing. The thing about references that we're going to learn in college, and I've learned that later on, is that we have no idea how to cite information. A lot of people I know in my class have copied and pasted it, and you can probably do that, but you're supposed to cite and say, you got this quote from this person, what author, and when they said it. You should know that off the internet, there's a lot of information, and sometimes some of it may be false, but when you do research, you find out what information is false or not by what backs up what. Just because that one little false information on one site, if you look on other sites and you look into books, they should build up on each other, and you'll be able to discern from what means completely irrelevant to what you're actually researching. So, yeah.